building and equipment increase there. Yes, Deputy Kennedy, you want to come in on something?
Cahill, just going back to our visit to Mountjoy.
Which subject you want?
A3, buildings and equipment.
Okay, thank you.
Just going back to the committee's visit to Mountjoy Prison, and we saw where some of the wings in the prison that in-cell sanitation was being provided for the cells, and there was a number of wings that hadn't been completed. I'm just wondering to what stage has that progressed, and is there...
The Minister addressed that in his initial opening remark. So he did.
Yes. Well, if I could just get clarification on that, and to end this terrible practice of our prisoners having to slop out, to what extent has the in-cell sanitation programme been completed?
Just very briefly, Minister, because you've covered it already.
The in-cell sanitation programme has been completed in A, B and C wing. The works required in D wing will be undertaken this year. By the time we get to possibly mid or certainly late 2014, there'll be in-cell sanitation throughout the prison. And from the work that you should have seen, Deputy, when you were there, the prison is being transformed. In the context of Cork Prison, for completeness, when I visited Cork Prison at a very early stage, having become Minister, the staff there under the Governor do extraordinary work in great difficulty, because it's a poorly constructed facility in which you couldn't provide in-cell sanitation, and in my view there also isn't adequate facilities for education and training and retraining. That's why we're going ahead with Cork Prison. When Cork Prison, the construction on Cork Prison should be complete by mid-2015. I mentioned in my opening address that all works will be complete by the end of 2015. Once the construction is complete, there's a fitting out stage before it can be used. But then we'll have a prison there with in-cell sanitation, and the existing prison will cease. There's less than 100 cells thereafter across the prison service, some in Limerick, some in Portlaoise, which still don't have in-cell sanitation. It's my determination that we address those as well. But the prisons in the country since 2011, we're transforming them to change them or replace them so that we have a prison structure that's appropriate in the 21st century and not based on the 19th century, and that respects human rights and ensures that those who are serving sentences are treated in an appropriate manner to meet the standards, I think, as a state we should adhere to.
Thank you, Minister.